All right, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash for the first time since June the 19th, and you can see we are slightly higher than that point 10 days or 11 days ago, guys. Now, if we really zoom in here, you can see that probably tried to retest the $487 as support, and it fell through, retested $452, and hit that about 3 times, 3 days basically. It went up and we retested $487 4 times and now are getting a bounce. Now, the next resistance is about $548. Keep in mind you also have this trend line that's moving up, and that is another support as well. And everything is looking good for Bitcoin Cash, honestly. I mean, it is making higher lows here. You can see these blue little underline marks that I have here showing you that this is still making higher lows along the way. We can even put another little mark right here. So yeah, guys, I mean, this is moving up and looking nice, honestly. Now, when taking a look at the volume profile, guys, you can see that we're pretty much in the middle of this little candlestick here. Basically where this green line is at about $548. Once we clear that, the volume is still going to trend down. It kind of stair steps down. And basically when you get up to about, let's say, a little bit more than $800, the volume is pretty stable for a while, up until about $1,200, and then there's a little bit of a drop off. It's really hard to see there though, guys, because I know this is really small on your screen. But yeah, we are way past the point of control here too at $250. And yeah, we can also take another look here. We can put a trend line right here. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so we're going to face some resistance. Actually, if we were to face it today, it would be about 566, $570, somewhere in there, guys. So yeah, we need to see if we can clear this resistance as well. But yeah, all is looking pretty good, for Bitcoin Cash here. Now I want to take a look at the Bollinger Bands as well and see if we can see anything here. Now they are kind of widening on the weekly time frame, so they're not really pinching in, which is kind of what you need for a big pop. Something like this is, where it's very narrow. So we are very wide here. On the daily time frame, let's take a look. I don't tend to look at the lower time frames like the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and things like this, because it's not really that, reliable. But if we're looking at the daily, again, it's not really so narrow. So nothing as to the Bollinger Bands that I'm seeing, where it's pinching in, which is, causing a little bit of a pop here. Now, if we take a look at the RSI and the stochastic, guys, on the weekly time frame here, a little bit overheated on the stoch. The RSI is just, under the overheated range here, but it's not there just yet. It still has some room to grow. Now, the daily, this actually is not too bad. It's pointed up on both the stoch and the RSI, not overheated yet. So yeah, that actually isn't bad. Now the 4 hour time frame, overheated on the stochastic, but maybe it's right on the line. But it is pointed down, so the momentum is down, as well as on the RSI here. So that's not that great. But 1 hour time frame looks like it is pointed to the upside with the RSI. The stochastic is pretty much at the lowest point that it's going to get to before it turns up, so not too bad there. The 15-minute time frame pointed up on the stoch, but pointed slightly down here on the RSI, so kind of a mixed signal there. But really, longer term time frames, I would say, look better on Bitcoin Cash. May get a little bit of a cool off here in the short term, but yeah, not looking too bad, honestly. Now looking at the weekly time frame, guys, you can see a lot of dark green candles down here, so that is actually pretty good. It is pointed to the upside. Now the all-time high here was at about almost 200, guys. You can see it's at 26.4, so it has a long way it can go. The daily time frame as well pointed to the upside, getting some dark green candles for the most part here. And if we kind of zoom out here, even if it just hit the local high, would be up at about 72, 73. And if we go back in history, this can go up as high as about 178, let's say. So yeah, not looking too bad in the MACD either. Now, if we look at Bitcoin Cash, guys, it's the number 14 coin, and there's only 21 million max supply. It's like Bitcoin, guys. Circulating supply is similar to Bitcoin as well. So that's why it is so high like it is. Now, all-time low was about $77. If you got it 6 years ago, perfect. All-time high, $3,785. Now, I do think at one point it was like $6,000. I think it, I'm not sure where CoinGecko takes this information sometimes, but I do have a title a couple of titles ago, a couple of videos ago about $6,000. So anyways, I'm not sure where this is taking it, but I don't think even it's going to get to this price, and much less $6,000 at least this cycle. Now, it could surprise us. This is really going against the grain, I can say, and it does look pretty good. I have to admit it, guys. Now, I am not a Bitcoin Cash fan. I am neutral on it, I have to say, kind of like Litecoin. But if you're going to get, Bitcoin Cash, or Litecoin, probably Bitcoin Cash would be the better pick. I think you can make more gains, honestly. But, is it superior when it comes to, its usage? I would say Bitcoin is, of course. That's the granddaddy of them all. But anyways, I think people with Bitcoin Cash are going to probably make more gains, really. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I work with 10 exchanges here, guys. Check them out. I also have MEXC down here as well. You can get a 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, if you take a quick look at Bitcoin, guys, you can see it's getting a little bit of bounce off 106,445 on a weekly time frame here. It is sitting at 106,700. Now, it has fallen back quite a bit today, but Powell's comments, I think, have actually pulled it up quite a bit from a little bit earlier. So, anyways, looking at Ethereum here, I did readjust this flag just slightly on the top side and the bottom side just a little bit. And you can see that basically it is still within this flag. Now, this dark yellow line is like a 3-year trend line, guys. So that is really big support. So I thickened it up a little bit, just so you know. But yeah, it is getting a little bit of a bounce off the bottom side of this flag. Let's see where this ends up. The next resistance is 25.06. After that, 25.52. And then we got to break the top side of the flag, guys. Now, looking at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, it is still within this channel, guys. Did get a rejection today at 1.14 trillion, unfortunately. Now, the CME gap has been filled. I just want to go ahead and say that. Dominance is getting a big, upward blast off, we can say, and sitting at 65.53 at the moment. It's actually taking out the past couple of days of downside, but let's see how long this lasts. Maybe it even, it still has 9.5 hours. Maybe it even falls back, ends up a red candle. But we still haven't seen, 4 daily red candles in a row red since like February, which I showed in the video yesterday, guys. Now, USDT dominance is coming up. That's not what we need, guys. We need this to go down. We need people to spend their USDT on crypto, so crypto goes up. Now, the dollar index is falling again today. It's trying to hold support at 96.7, but it is losing it at the moment. Now, the altcoin season index is at a 20 still. I refreshed this before the video. It's still the same, guys. The liquidation heat map is sitting about 216 million that have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. More longs, though, than shorts. The fear and greed is at 64 today. Yesterday was a 66, so we have fallen back slightly. And there's still, like I said, 9 hours and 30 minutes on this before it refreshes. Now, the bull market peak indicators sell at the top, still 0 from 30, so it's still 100% hold. The best indicator, Pi Cycle Top Indicator, in my opinion, is, coming up with the orange line, but the green line looks like it wants to outrun it to the upside, so it's not going to cross still for a while. Now, today we've already seen pretty much everything that we need to see for, economic data, but tomorrow, guys, there is ADP non-farm employment change, and that's pretty much it for tomorrow. Now, looking at the MEXC dashboard here, guys, the intraday was actually still positive. Sentiment is still risk on. The trend is growing, so not too bad, guys. ISM manufacturing PMI was positive. S&P global manufacturing PMI was positive. So we're seeing a lot of good, economic data. And I think there was one more that was registered today. Maybe not. But anyways, it's mostly positive today, but, let's see what happens tomorrow. Now, FedWatch tools still showing about 81% in chance that we're not getting a cut for this month, and still a 19% chance that we may get a cut. Now looking at Trueflation, we do have a 2.07% inflation, so that's actually pretty good. It's a lot lower than the other day. Crypto bubbles, few things are green. BCH, as you see here, is green. Pengu is actually green, and that's one of the biggest bubbles here. I did a video on that just the other day, guys, so you can check that out. Now, if you want to stake your Bitcoin Cash, guys, just go to Coinondo, type in Bitcoin Cash, BCH, and you have 29 deals that are found. Do your homework, guys. Sometimes these are not fully up to date. You also want to be aware that there is days that you have to lock up your coins, and there are limits and things sometimes. So for example, here you have a limit. And anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, guys. Check out those deals that I have below in the description. And guys, thank you for your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.